What a strange time in history where we are under a national lockdown and countries all throughout the world are experiencing the pandemic, the killer coronavirus, and the world's in a state of emergency. And when there's a crisis, there's also an opportunity for a realignment because decisions can get made that would normally not be able to get made. But because there is a glaring emergency, people don't care. It's just hurry up and get it done, and there's not a lot of eyes on you. So many speculate that because of this pandemic, it's a opportunity for governments or powers to realign strategic authority to reorder the world. That's what is pretty much the New World Order. It's a series of governments or one government or certain people in power uh, use crisis opportunities to set up a new order of the chain of command, of authority, of rules, regulations. And, during these times, through conspiracy theories, through boredom, through whatever, people say, look, we're in a new world order. This is all part of it. Do I think that's possible? I think anything's possible. What do I do in my daily routine that changes because of the New World Order, if it is? Well, the new order in my life is I no longer go to the gym. I no longer go to Starbucks. I no longer go to certain beach parks. So my life has been reorganized involuntarily. I didn't sign up for this. So in one sense, whether you believe in the grand conspiracy theory of, governments realigning the power struggle of the world, your life has been put in a new order. How long? There's a question mark there. How long? And even when we go back to quote unquote normal, will society patterns, habits, rules, and regulations change? Probably somewhat. To the extent I don't know. So what's the purpose? Are we just going to talk about conspiracy theories for an hour? No, I'm not into that. Even though we could talk about it. The thing is, like everything in life, you know what I mean? There's so much of this that's outside your control. You can watch a million coronavirus task force press conferences till you realize they're all just giving each other a blowjob. They're all just tap dancing with data points. The bottom line is, what you'll find out is people are winging it. Some people are sinister. They're pulling some strings. Some people are capitalizing off this event. There's definitely that. I see that. And there's habits changing, And that's really what I want to focus on tonight. In the state of the country, in the state of the world where things are reorganizing one way or another, you're going to have to figure out, how do you want to reorganize your life when there's hopefully more liberties given back soon? Do you want to sell your house when this is over? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy an RV? Do you want to move? Do you want to get married? Do you want to get divorced? Do you want to spend more time with your kids, or you're tired of your kids, you can't wait to send them back to school? How do you want to reorganize and reorder your life? Because really, look, you can mind F it, but in many things in life, there's only so much you can do. Okay. And this is a time of reflection to reorder your life, because we got plenty of time now, and time's a killer, man. You got to be very careful with time. It's like it's often said, like, you can't buy more time. Time's a valuable asset. It is. But too much time kills people. Idle time is the devil's playground. A lot of people struggle mentally. I understand that. And too much time on your hands, man, not good. Too much eating. That's a big thing right now, especially with all these gym clothes, guys. It's like, we're not getting dressed up. We're not getting seen in public. Next thing you know, you put on 50 pounds, you're in dirty pajamas for 5 days. You got to get back into the scene, and you got to restart your life, Will you go to the gym after this? Or do you think, like, you know what? Now's the time to reorder your diet, man. Because now you got to be eating more healthier than ever because you don't have the gym to supplement the extra calories. Now, if you got an eating disorder, now's the time to say, look, you're skinny ass, okay? You know, you're going to die of the coronavirus. You're going to be locked up. No one's going to see you in a nice outfit because you're quarantining your house. So you might as well have some Twizzlers, okay? Enjoy life a little bit, okay? Now, if you're obese, it's hard because all you got to do is eat, and that's your biggest vice. And you're the most vulnerable to the coronavirus. You know, my mom struggles with obesity. I did at times. I really don't try to preach this to her. You know, but you guys try to stay productive, man. Be careful with too much time. Very dangerous. And you got to have some vision about what you want to do with your life now. Because you're only going to get so many shots. We're wasting a year, man. We're pretty much going to waste a year. We've wasted about 2 months already. It feels like, even though it's been about a month. I thought about that today, man. I was like, man, you know, if things were regular, I'd still be in Florida, I'd be at the beach. I'll never get this month of my life back. It's lost. And it's true. However, look, if I was down in Florida now, even they're totally locked down too. So there's only so much, but I'd rather be in Florida. The order of your life. Because the order of the world, I guess you have some power over it. You know, how you vote, how you get involved. If you're very aggressive and being persistent. I watched some of the journalists questioning the task force, including the president today, and they did a good job. You know, some questions were bullcrap. But never forget, in America, having a free press is a blessing. Because even the president of America acknowledged yesterday that China lied about their numbers, okay, about their amount of cases they had in coronavirus. So, you know, our president calls the news fake news. But they don't say that in China because they control the news. You want a free press, even though you're going to have some people that are, you know, opinionated and they have an agenda. But never forget that, guys. You know, a free press questioning authority in the right way, in the proper way, that's key, man. You need it. You need it. You know, the New World Order, you know, if you didn't have that, you know, you don't know what the numbers are. You don't know, you know, you don't have any say. You know, like I say, there's so much in life that you have no control over. And a lot of people spend time on that. I'm not saying they're wrong because some people are passionate about different things. Some people are very passionate about conspiracy theories. They spend all day. Some people are passionate about trolling. Gerald, thank you, brother. Boycott China, buy American socks from now on. Well, I think my N1 socks are made in China. But I would wear socks that were made here. But what Americans have to realize is that you're going to have to unionize Walmart workers. You're going to have to unionize the making of socks. So sock prices are going to go up. And you're going to have to regulate industries to pay union workers to make those socks. Because the reason the socks are made in China is because they don't have unions and they don't have worker rights. So if we want to buy American, we want to increase the power of the American worker and the America Workers Union. Because when we started to destroy the unions, that's when everything got exported because corporations lobbied the government, socialized corporations, profits went overseas, and to corporations who dodge taxes, the American workers, specifically the middle class that they pander to, but they never deliver on, they're the ones getting screwed. So if we want to buy American, increase the unions, increase the regulations on corporations, and let's get minimum wage up to $20 an hour. Let's get guaranteed health benefits and guaranteed workers' rights. Buy, make, and build the middle class in America. And hopefully we're learning that. Will we probably do that? Probably not. There'll probably be a new world order. That's true. So you make a good point, Gerald, and I love you. And I appreciate you. You're a blessing to me, and I love you. I love your doggy. A lot of your dog food's made in China, believe it or not. I had a dog. And I don't think many brands are made in America anymore. And you can't, because you can't compete with China. You can't compete with that price. And what is capitalism based off? Capitalism, the definition is companies operate solely for a profit. So when corporations are allowed to outsource without being regulated, they're going to go to make a profit. That's their obligation to their shareholders. So why would you make in America? You wouldn't be doing right. So that's when the government has to step in, okay, regulate the corporations, mandate workers are paid and made a certain way in America. Even Donald Trump he sold ties. They were made in China. That was questioned on the debate. And he said, look, I make them in China because we got no other way. He goes, if you don't like it, you should make them here. Has he made people made N1 socks, respirate? No. Hopefully after this he does, or whoever's the president. Look, man, Trump may not be the president next year. And, Biden may not be in. Every president changes. There's powers to be, though, that are way behind the scenes. And that's where the New World Order comes in. But what we have to remember is, I don't know how much control we have over vote, get involved, listen to, allow free press. But, when it comes to like outsourcing, guys, the reason we outsource is because the definition of capitalism is make maximum profit. And if we want the things to be made in America, they're going to cost more, and you're going to have to pay the American worker more. Okay, you're going to have to unionize, period, to a certain extent. Just our Walmart workers that sell the products that are made overseas, they get paid, what's the minimum wage? No benefits, nothing. So, if they were getting paid more, if the people making socks, but it's all relative, right? So if you pay everyone in America more, they have more money, they can spend more on socks. Okay. It's like, build up economics. The opposite is trickle down. So you have to decide how you want to do it, somewhere balanced in between. So, I don't know, man. My message tonight, though, that's just some good points to bring up, and I appreciate that, Gerald. Thank you, man. The good points to bring up. My point is, all those things are important, and I hope this country and all countries, and us as a global community, because again, guys, we're global humanity. We connected with people from all over the world come in this live chat, and I'm very thankful for that. Europe, Spain, Italy, Australia, great people. And so that's what may be part of the New World Order, is that you have to have a global minimum wage, global working standards. Eventually that will come. Will it come in my lifetime? Probably not. But probably be damn close. Because that's the only way you're going to solve it. Is that, because if America just isolates itself, but America has to make some stuff here just like all countries do. They talked a little bit about that today. Now, will they follow through? I don't know. All the presidents and all political parties, they say they'll follow up after the emergency. But after the emergency, there's not much following up. So what I could tell you is this, guys. I'll take a hydration break. Let me know what your thoughts are, man, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Gerald. X4, what's up, man? Good to see you. BB Gun, what's up, man? Good to see you. Shout out to Atlanta Falcons, man. Atlanta Falcons can't even play right now, man. Deion Sanders used to be a great player. Isaac, what's up, man? Great to see you. X4. Hope you're feeling better. I am, and I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate that. How are you? Cheto, what's up, man? Hope as well. Thank you. Same for you. Josh, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Man, I feel guilty yesterday. Someone in my store was diagnosed with the corona, okay? And they are quarantined now. I haven't missed a day of work in 5 years, but I freaked out and called in and broke. I could understand that. I appreciate you sharing your honest feelings. And I'm not going to say I wouldn't do the same. I mean, that's very traumatic. And I can understand your mindset. I appreciate you sharing. And yeah, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say you're wrong or you're right, because I probably would feel very similar to how you feel. And that's, I think, what we're all faced with. Like, I thought about that today. One of the biggest things my heart breaks for is family members or friends. If someone gets sick, whether the coronavirus or something else, right now you probably can't even visit them in the hospital. I thought about that today. Like, if my mom got sick or if I got sick, and definitely if it was the coronavirus, she'll never see them again. Because they don't even let family members see a person diagnosed with coronavirus. And I think they've cut off visitors to nursing homes, etc. That's sad. You're like I always tell you, like the Bible tells you, born alone, die alone. I think Nas told you that too. And like even now, being close to my mom, I'm just here like kind of like for support in case something happens. But like I haven't physically seen her because I don't want to spread anything and vice versa. I'm trying to follow the guidance that they're giving, at least for a couple more weeks. But I read an article today about someone who got sick with the coronavirus. And then it was a wife. No, it was the husband who got sick, and the wife brought the husband to the emergency room. And they took the husband from the emergency room, like to a back room or whatever. The wife went to park the car, and then she came back into the waiting room of the emergency room. They said, well, you got to wait here until we figure out what's going on. And then when they figured out, like, this guy's got the coronavirus, she never saw her husband again. And he died 2 days later. Because once they figure out you have the coronavirus, they don't allow you to see each other. That's sad. And so, guys, hug your dog, man. And kick out your wife, man. That's just like, pretty me. New World Order sucks. Yeah, man, it does. Unless it means I'm moving to Florida sooner. Down for Josh, the streak. The store, oh yeah, you messed up your streak. The store was shut down and I had a deep clean. Well, Josh, I can understand, brother, and I appreciate you sharing. That's interesting. Again, our retailers are at the front lines too. I think about that when I go in the gas station or Walmart. You guys are doing a great service to the country, man. Keeping the food chain supplied. Let's continue to read X4. I have 1 week left of the holidays, then back to work, as I can't afford to isolate. I have lung condition called, forgive me for saying this wrong, bronchitis. But that's a Europe sign, 94 a week, not great if I take off, so keep going, it will pass. Well, shout out to you, X4, and your work ethic. I totally understand that. Mr. Smith, $2 super chat. He may get an apartment, he said. Press 1 if you're never having kids. Well, brother, press 1 and then press it again for me. Because what I can tell you, I got a virtual vasectomy. Right now, if you want to get a vasectomy, they say it's non-essential. You got to wait. But what I could tell you, Mr. Smith, move in your apartment if that's what you want to do, but just be cautious. You guys got to be very careful now. Like I said, we're reordering our life based on the restrictions in societies. And you got to be very careful not to make over-emotional decisions with your long-term commitments. So I am looking at RVs. I know, like, Mr. Smith told me he was nomading it. He may need to look at an apartment or buy a condo. My viewer Gail, great viewer, she was living out of her vehicle. Then she's renting a hotel now because she can't hack it in Massachusetts because there's not enough resources for nomads. And same thing with my man AJ living in his Prius in Miami. He had to rent a short-term rental in Miami because they're locked down too. So the key thing is, look, you got to adapt a little bit here. We're in a new order of things. But you got to be careful not to make long-term commitments too quickly because I don't know how society is going to be different after this. I don't know what things, depending on how much impact this coronavirus has, I don't know what things are going to have a lasting impression on the habits, patterns, and liberties that we have in this country and in other countries. Because again, this is a global pandemic affecting all countries throughout the world in their own unique way. So it's something I'd be very careful about. That's true. Down for Josh. He says, I feel guilty calling in. I just broke my 5-year streak. Well, even Cal Ripken lost his streak. So did Brett Favre. So you could have been Brett Favre where you lost your streak of consecutive games, but then the reporter said that you sent her a dick pic. And then you got disgraced and everyone looked at you different. So at least you didn't get caught sending a dick pic. And, it's all part of life, brother. So I appreciate you sharing. X4. Sam, what do you do for work? IT engineering, managing the capacity of IT infrastructure. What do you do? King Terry, what up, bro? What's up for you? Lady T, good to see you. Lada, I can't wait. Virus overplaying America League softball. So but keep washing hands. So go shopping movies. Good job. Theater, shopping malls. Be back open soon. We just don't know when, for sure. Excellent comment, Lila, a.k.a. Zach. Great to see you. Josh, are movie theaters still open? I don't think anything's open. Jessica, hey, Jessica, no. I don't know what you were answering, but hey, Jessica. Dial for Josh, figured. Oh, you were talking about movie theaters. Thank you, King. Yep. Mr. Smith, $2 super chat. Haven't been laid since Thanksgiving. Is that bad? Not for me, because I get laid every night. I masturbate. Now, some people want the physical version of sex, and they pay a price for it, whether it's emotional tie, children, or venereal disease. So you have to just decide in life, what are you willing to risk? Some people like intimacy physically. Some people like emotional intimacy. And some people just want the net result, which is a stress relief and a flushing of the reproductive system through orgasm. That the third category is me. I'm just looking to flush my system, release some stress, and move on with my life and just wash my sock. Some people want someone to cuddle with, and to talk about, what's our next step in life together. What do you want for dinner? I don't want to do all that. But to each their own. I respect each person has a different path. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. He goes, if I do buy Mr. Smith says, if I do buy an 85 condo and this pandemic ends a month later, I'm going to lose it. Well, that's why I gave that word of caution, because I want you to do whatever you want. I want everyone to do whatever they want. It's your money. It's your life, guys. I just always I've been preaching this message before the virus. Be cautious of long-term commitments. I'm not saying don't make them. Like, if you find the right place and the right environment and you're willing to take that risk, go for it. However, just know your ins and outs, how quickly, and what your risk level is. And I would say, in my opinion, do what you want. I wouldn't buy a house today that if we reopen the country in 2 months, you're going to regret. Because eventually, things are going to change. I don't know exactly how and when. So I would only buy a house right now is if you don't want to live on the road. You found the area that you want to live, and it's below your means, and you can sustain an income there. Then I would say proceed. But outside of that, I would say be very cautious. Thank you again, brother. Let's continue with the read. Luke, positive vibes, man. I appreciate your consistent positive vibes. Glad to catch you live. Glad to have you. You're my brother. You are too. William, keep praying. I'm not mad at that. Thank you, brother. Gerald, thank you again, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. We're going to definitely have a reorder, hopefully, of how we look at the supply chain of not only this country, but worldwide. And hopefully some positive change will come one way or another. Thank you, brother. Rookie. Hi, rookie teacher. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're wrong. Just got to keep moving. Get up. Shine down. Stay positive, Sam. Never forget that. Yeah, look, guys, we never are 100% right. And I don't think probably we're never 100% wrong. Life is about, to summarize what you're saying, life's about moving forward one way or another. So just do the best you can, and keep healthy people around you. Just keep moving. I agree with that. I think Albert Einstein had the quote, like, life is like a bicycle. The only way to keep your balance is, keep moving, keep pedaling. Josh, Gerald, which brands are American? Jimmy, what's up, man? Nobody is talking about the bank holiday that is happening right now. No cash. I like that. No physical gold available. I like that, brother. Let's get these digits popping. I don't like cash, man. Take too long for people to pay for this stuff. But I hear you. Will we ever go back to paper money and gold coins? If Armageddon hits, as far as like a nuclear attack, but part of the New World Order, many say, is one currency. Governments or powers to be will create one currency through a digital form. You have to take like the sign of the beast or something maybe. And, I don't even know if you have much power over it, So like many people said, they voted for Trump because they didn't want the one world order. They didn't want it. But now many people are saying this is part of it. So if the New World Order was really coming, could you really stop it? No matter who you voted for or what you did? I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know if you could really change it. I don't know. Lila Akizak. Hey, no man. Well, Roseman feeling better. Awesome. Each day, but some are bad days. That summarizes life, Lila. Thank you. Luke. The 1% elites, Rothschild, said, I care not who governs the country. He who controls the money controls the people. There's big money behind the scenes, no matter who the president, no matter what the political party. That's true. Raphael, how do you shower when everything is closed? Truck stops and private campgrounds. I recommend 1,000 Trails Campground Pass and I recommend you're going to have to pay for, I paid $12 for a shower. I'm not taking them every day, but you're going to have to space them out that with campgrounds. That's what you're going to have to do. If you're in a campground, you can do it every day. Because the Thousand Trail campgrounds still have the showers open, even though the pools are not open. Luke, the New World Order is here for sure. We are too much globalized for America to be old school America again. Well, again, just remember, I don't know if you want to be old school Americans, because when you were old school America and we weren't globalized, other countries were destitute. That brought the rise of bad actors who, such as Hitler, such as Osama bin Laden. Because what we learned after World War I, if we isolate ourselves from other countries, bad people, extremely evil people, such as Hitler and bin Laden, they rise in societies where there's no one left there to structure them, and the bad tyrant rules over them, and eventually they attack America or other countries. That's a breeding ground. You know, like Germany after World War I and Afghanistan after America pulled out of there, after we actually backed the Afghan people to beat Russia back. Then we left the Afghan people, a military army, after we helped bin Laden and the Afghans beat Russia. Then, once we left to create a power vacuum, bin Laden got more powerful, and then he had his own political agenda, and it came back to haunt us. That's why you always want a presence of connection, of military power, of all societies doing somewhat decent, because if you have a society that's really destitute, that's a breeding ground for terrorism and hate and radical beliefs, and that eventually comes to roost. So you do want the global humanity to rise, okay? And that's what goes back to the New World Order. At some point, you may need a global working standard, and there may be a global currency, and I can understand why. So it's like, based on what I just said. Good comment, though, Jimmy. First, you get hoaxed. Then you get vaxxed. All I can tell you is don't vape. Masturbate. Luke, it's time to adapt or get left behind. Well, that's always the case. Like my boy Sam says, robots are here. Well, guys, I'm waiting for a hot robot wife. As long as I don't have to change her oil and she's disposable, I'll marry a robot. Damn right, why not? Guys, I'll marry a robot in a minute. I'm not mad at that. Luke laughing yet? Thank you, Luke. I heard this joke, unemployment check would take 20 weeks to get here. I saw the guy on the thing today, man. Look, unemployment is strained out. Some states like Florida, their website's crashing. They said today the $1,200 checks are going to take a couple weeks, but they should be there in a couple weeks. Small businesses have to go through an application process. If you're a small business, whether you're an auto mechanic repair shop, that's a small business. A barber shop, that's a small business. You can get a loan/grant. Meaning, what I heard, I don't know all the details, but if you take out the loan, you don't have to repay it. It'll turn to a grant as long as you spend the money to rehire your workers and whatever for the length of the loan. So, but you're going to have to obviously apply through your bank, etc. Look it up on the government website they were talking about today. Luke, damn shame. That's right. And don't forget my 1099 workers. You're considered a small business too. If you're an independent contractor, that's what they said. Luke, this is BS. I feel for the middle class and poor working class. We have been stripped of our jobs to be left in the streets, to be the new socialized poor. So sad. It's a game. Hopefully everything comes true like they say. Luke, this thing will be milked. Oh, that's true. I agree with that. Milk for you. In one way or another, it's going to be milked. That's true. I hope social distances stays, though. I ain't going to lie. Like, in my opinion, I hope that social distancing rule, I hope that stays forever. Because I don't like people closer than 6 feet to me. And he goes, they did not approve the $2 trillion stimulus to get Americans back to work. Think about it. Well, they eventually approved it. The first pass they didn't, but then they eventually approved it. So it's law now, or whatever they would call it. It passed. Now they just got to issue the checks. Jimmy, we the people have again been basically, scooped up, hoodwinked. I would agree. What can you do, man? I don't know. Lale Kizai. Ain't no mad. I watch you on big screen. Well, I'm not mad at that. I'm a superstar. Thank you. Mr. Smith, thank you again, brother. I'll press one, man. I appreciate your support. Appreciate your viewership, man. Stay positive out there. Be careful of long-term commitments. AI. Mr. Smith says, America should try socialism for a decade. Capitalism has failed 3 times in 1 century. It has. You need a balance of both. You still need the highly productive and incentivized people rewarded. You just need a balance. But people have a struggle with balance. And I understand it's tough to balance your diet. It's tough to balance society. But we've gone out of balance. And that's why we get our surgical masks, our ventilators, our prescription drugs. They're all outsourced to other countries because when you just follow pure capitalism and it's not regulated and mandated, certain things are made here, then all corporations do is operate off of profit. And even small businesses, like look at that guy in Tennessee when this first happened. It was some small guy who sells stuff on eBay. He bought a bunch, like $15,000 worth of hand sanitizers. He hoarded them, and he was jacking up the price. So even small businesses, not just corporations, if they're not regulated, they'll capitalize because that's the system we're in. We have to play it. That's why I have to strip on YouTube. Gaming. Is there something in the Constitution that would remove a president who is clearly incapable of handling a national crisis and in fact made it much worse? I'm sure there is, but it'd be very hard to prove that. You know, I know the Democrats, and I think wrongly so, they try to get Trump on stuff that, even though I don't like certain things about Trump, I didn't vote for him, they try to get him when there was certain stuff that wasn't like obvious that, you know, he totally like messed up. Guys, you know, Trump is who he is. So if you want to beat him, you just got to, you know, run a better candidate against him. Joe Biden's a disaster. I think Andrew Yang was better. You're probably, you know, unless things totally deteriorate and the country goes downhill by November, then they're just going to vote Biden in even if they think he's a disaster. But even if Trump gets elected again, look, eventually what you're going to get is you're going to get AOC. You're going to get AOC in probably 2024. She'll probably be the first female president, and she'll balance the scale a little bit. But I mean, I'm sure Trump done things behind the scenes or whatever, but unless they find some evidence, I don't think they have enough to like really get him on anything. Luke, talk to Canada, RVing older couple, and ask them about the RVing. And they said best decisions of their life. They travel with their cute dog. Yeah, I mean, now's a tough time though, man. For RVers, they're taking a big hit. Bob Wells taking a hit. I'm taking a hit. Do I regret not having a home base? I only regret the fact that I think I should have bought that either small little tiny house or that RV I saw this winter because I like that. That was in the area I wanted to be. It was below my means. So I learned that lesson. That'll be part of my new world order going forward. That I'm not going to wait forever to make a decision because, you know, I would probably be at my home base now and I would probably just tell my mom, look, that's it. Come down here full time. I got an extra room for you or whatever. And I don't have to worry about her. I could stay where I want to live and we're all good. But, you know, like we say, look, guys, we don't always make the right decision. I don't always make the right decision. And we got to learn to live with regrets, like Jay-Z said. Luke, I feel RVing is the best mobile asset. I do too. I still like living below my means, not being in debt. Above a home base or car living because you can be anywhere and move if you feel safe. I still do love that freedom and flexibility for me. It depends your age, and if you get sick, that's when while living in a caravan is different than RVing. If you have a fully self-contained RV, then I think you're good because even if you get really sick or something, you're fully self-contained and you can, you know, as long as you can go to a campground, you're good. But having a home base and or with a self-contained RV or tiny house, that's a win. I would agree. Hold on a second. Just part of my new world order. Good job. Mr. Smith, man, thank you again, brother. I appreciate that very much, man. You're very kind. Like I said, guys, masturbate. Don't forget that, especially in these times of emergency. I heard some guy say today that, you know, with his kids home, and everybody home working from home, it's tough to masturbate because he didn't have private time in his house. So he said that on a Joe Rogan show. So he had to be very creative about where he can masturbate. But masturbating is very important because it relieves stress. It's healthy for your body. Now, I like free porn, but there is some porn that's nasty. Like I clicked on some like Thailand porn last night. But it was some young girl that I guess some guy picked up like off the street. You could tell she was below age. I still watched it, so I guess I'm just as guilty, but that wasn't right. Like there's some porn that's not right. That like, you know what I mean? I can't co-sign. It's true. Dial for Josh. Thanks for making me feel better about my decision, brother. We're all human, man. I love you. Much appreciated. Well, much appreciated to you too, brother. I appreciate you. Mr. Smith, if I buy an 85 condo and this pandemic ends a month later, I'm going to lose it. Well, that's like I said, and we talked about it. Just be very cautious on making long-term commitments. Kay, what's up, man? Great to see you. Laughing. Bro, you cracked me up. It's good to laugh. It's good for the soul, man. That's good. Well, it's great to see you, man. And forgive me for saying the name wrong. I just say Kay, Kali, because I don't want to mispronounce it. Good to see you, brother. It's a blessing to see you, man. I thank you for coming in. Luke, I think buying a land in the mountain area or away from the general public in an area you like to park your RV would be amazing. I agree. Well, I don't like the mountains. I want to be by the ocean. That's the only part I would disagree, but I agree with your general point. Then to have RV parks when you're ready. Well, it's a give and a take, because what I like about the RV parks is that I don't have to take care of the land. I don't have to worry about neighbors. I don't have to worry about property taxes. I don't have to worry about utility bills. I love that, when I go to 1,000 Trails Campground, I plug in my extension cord or whatever. I can run that electric all night long. I can run my air conditioning, my heating. I'll never have to worry about the sewage backing up, take a shower at the thing. So I don't like maintenance. I don't like responsibility. So that's why my next step may just be a fully self-contained RV, not land. I don't know. But eventually, long term, I agree with you. But you only get your money back out of land when you sell it. And if you're a single person, if you're going to die on your land, you're going to just leave that to someone else, because you only get your money back on land, even if it's appreciating, when you sell it. And then you're back to square one. So I may be a renter for life. I may just rent a home base. I don't know. As far as an RV pad, I saw one today down in South Florida. I guess times are a little bit tough. Right by the ocean for $500 a month, in a nice area. I said, shit, if I was down there right now with a self-contained RV, that's where I would be. $500 a month, maximum flexibility. You can't beat that. That would just be my property taxes if I owned it. Damn it, Affinity, $1.99 super chat. Pandemic ends as soon as the election's over. Well, that's possible, man. That's possible, brother. Great to see you, man. I appreciate that. Are there strings behind the scenes pulling and messing up things? That's true, man. It probably is. But all we can do is focus on what we control. Thank you, Affinity 1999. I want to thank everybody, Mr. Smith and Gerald. We're going to stay positive. I'm thankful I'm feeling healthy, guys. Because when I felt sick the other day and not getting my sunshine, like my man Tom's saying right now, I need that vitamin D. I wasn't feeling encouraged. And I'm still not 100%, but I'm thankful. Thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my tenacity, that I persevere, and that God has given me grace and opportunities. And I just want to push forward. Luke, travel again. King, I'm back. Great to have you back. Tom, hey Sam, busy day today. Well, I loved your comments today. I love that you're still fighting. You're a strong survivor. And that, yeah, if you keep showing up, you take care of yourself, you're going to, by default, get ahead in life. So you know what it is, brother. You're a survivor. Michael, good to see you. National Sunday law is the mark of the beast. Don't comply. Well, I don't know what National Sunday law is, but I have no problem with rules and regulations as long as they're fair and just and not oppressive. But good to see you. Lila, a.k.a. Zach. Hey, Nomad, living in a car during the holidays for Christmas tree. Your car small, yeah. Plug converter, but funny Lysol spray. You like that, Lila? I had a troll get upset with me about my Lysol spray. He told me the Lysol couldn't kill the coronavirus. I told his psychopath ass, you know what I told him? I told him, be gone with a block. That's what I did, Lila, just like this. Block. Lila, you like that? Give me a thumbs up, Lila, because the psychopaths with 20 different profiles, some of them, they come in here like they're my friend, and then they go on their other profile, and then they hate on me. I know who they are. Totally deluded mentally. But I'll play the game, guys. You want to come in one profile that you're my friend, the other that you're my enemy? Guys, I see right through you, okay? You're in elementary school. You're coloring with crayons. Guys, I got a Sharpie. I'm just making circles around you. So enjoy the show, Mr. Smith. America should... oh, yeah, we read that. I think they're going to have to balance it, brother. So hang in there, man. Stay strong. Keep your head on a swivel like my man BVT would say. Well, I know he got pissed at me when I blasted Trump, but I still love him. Infinity, hope you're having a great night. Damn it, Infinity, you made my night tonight. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you for all your love. King, introverts been doing social distancing the whole lives. Ain't nothing new to us, King. You got it. Pluto, great to see you, brother. Good. God bless you and your brother, Pluto. I appreciate you with all my heart, man. Free Spirit, Sam, my brother. Good to see you. Ho today. Ho was well for you. Oh, yeah, hope today. I thought you said hoes in the house. Yeah. Stay safe. I'm doing the best I can. I won't be mad if I found a nice hoe either. Not this way. Dude, good video. Stay healthy. Thank you, man. Free Spirit, hope. Keep hope alive. This is Smith. The government made that guy donate the hand sanitizer, did they? I'll tell you, they damn, and they don't make all the corporations donate like the masks and the ventilators and all that. It's a scam, man. But I ain't mad. Everyone's got to make money. AI, man, shout out to Kendall. I remember very clearly Trump ignoring the medical experts for weeks. No evidence. What? It was, yeah, he definitely did. It was a tough decision. I gotta be fair. Because I don't know, like if I was the president, I always try to put myself in the other position, and I blasted Trump. But I gotta be fair. If I was the president, would I shut the entire country down? I mean, I would really have to know all the data because that's a huge decision. And China lied about their data. They don't have a free press. Thank God that we still have a free press, even though Trump calls the press all fake. Not all, but you know what I mean. So, I don't want to blast him for not knowing, but I do want to blast him for one is he said he wouldn't take responsibility at a certain press conference. I remember saying that. But that's just who he is, guys. I mean, look, he is who he is. In America, the good part about America that I will say is, we don't have any president for more than 4 or 8 years. And then you vote someone else in. Even if you like the person who's the president, they're going to eventually. So there's bigger battles to fight than who's the president. The battles to fight are who the powers to be that are lobbying the government, that are creating a world order. That's the law. I don't really care about the president as a talking figure, even though they make a difference. When they shoot down Obamacare and you don't have access to the affordable care, that matters. Okay. However, what really matters is the big money, the corporate interest, and laws and regulations. So, it's a little bit of a balance in between the two. That's true. Let's continue. Hey, no matter. I wish Trump should stay TV show Apprentice because the China fall virus spread to countries all over. Well, yeah, again, I can't fully blame him for that, but I understand your point. Steve, oh God, grief. AOC, unbelievable. I love her. I think she's a leader. I think she's not 100% right, but we know Trump wasn't 100% right either. I think she'll have to refine herself a little bit, but I think she's a leader. I think she'll do a great job as a president. She was actually a waitress and worked her way up. She didn't inherit money. She worked. She wasn't lazy. She worked. So they say, they say to people don't protest, don't riot. They mock people. Look at these people rioting and protesting. So then you work your way up in the country. You work as a waitress. You run for political office to do things the right legal way in America. You're a true patriot. Then you become a congresswoman like AOC or the other congresswoman from Minnesota. And then Trump tells, if you don't like this country, leave. No, if you like this country, work your way up, run for office. And once you're in office, you have the right to take power and change laws. Okay? So, I don't know why people don't like that. That's the proper way to make change. If not, if you don't give people that outlet, then go ahead and riot and destroy America. Because if we can't change it through the right legal process of voting, democracy, and working your way up, then the opposite is riot and destroy America. And let's see who survives. Good job, Mr. Smith. Obama went into the White House looking like Denzel and left looking like Morgan. Politics is stressful. Well, not really. It's all just like age, okay? Trump looks the same. So did he sell his soul to the devil? No. He banged Stormy Daniels. So guys, look, everyone looks older after 8 years. Unless you're Donald Trump or me, you just keep looking better. And I ain't mad at that. Pluto, damn it, Pluto, I missed it. I'm sorry, I'm all worked up. We have to keep winning no matter what. Much love. But damn it, Pluto, I'm a big fan of yours. Shout out to you, your brother, all my Floridians, my true Floridians out there, brother. Pluto, God bless you, brother. Keep your peace and keep your mental health as well as you can by going for a walk. And look, when you have a bad day, you have a bad day. I have bad days. And that's why I share them with you. Love to you, brother, and thank you, man, for your kindness and for your support. You've been a blessing to know you. Ice Thesis. Hey, Sam, what's up, bro? Shout out to Baltimore. I'm hanging in there, and I hope you're well, too. Same thing, man. I think all of us positive people are trying to do the best we can. Are you planning on seeing your mother? Not for another couple weeks. I'm going to remain quarantined. I'm feeling better now, but I got to wait a couple more weeks, and then we'll evaluate again. Also, what are your thoughts on Jim Cramer? I think he's a complete hypocrite. He never tells you to buy or sell at the right time. And as soon as capitalism fails, he did in 2007, he did it this year. He bangs on the desk and he begs for the government to lower the interest rate, to get involved in what he always calls the private sector. And he just gives some things, throw biscuits to the regular people and bail out the corporations. And he has a trust fund, which is really just a tax haven. Other than that, he's another former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager that lost a bunch of money trading personally, but he knows how to play the system, and he leverages off his personality, and he's a salesman. He puts up a good show, but other than that, he doesn't have much substance. That's my thoughts. King, laughing with Mr. Smith. Down for Josh. Mr. Smith, don't worry. This won't blow over in a month or two. It'll continue for several months. I don't know. It's interesting. King, dial for Josh Facts. Affinity, thank you again, brother, for that tip. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when this may end, man. It will. And I get it. That's true. Tom, first day of sunshine, enjoying it and getting some vitamin D. Guys, I'll tell you, there's nothing better than getting sunshine that like just goes on your body, and you can go outside and you can go for a walk, you get that vitamin D, totally rejuvenate your soul, man. I agree with that. Illinois, keep doing one step at a time. Well, I agree with that. Keep doing you one step at a time. Illinois, hope you're feeling better, doing better. Great to see you, brother. Love to see you here, man. Josh, Affinity, TBH, a pandemic is the best thing for a president around election time. Pretty much guarantees re-election. Well, like I say, even before the pandemic, if Bernie didn't get nominated, it's going to be very hard for Joe Biden to beat Trump, because Joe Biden's a disaster. I mean, I'm fair. However, look, if things really deteriorate, anything's game. But like I say, my hope is not for Joe Biden. My hope is for AOC in 2024. As long as she can continue to improve, work her way up, and nothing disastrous. But we'll see. My main thing is just work on your life as best you can within your ability. LA girl. Don't know if you talked about this already. What do you think about Florida governor saying he had no idea that the corona could spread through, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, asymptomatic people? Oh my gosh. I didn't hear that statement. A lot of people criticized him for closing the state late. That's fair criticism because he had plenty of time. When he talks, he seems like a reasonable man. I have to be fair. Governor Santanos or whatever. When he talks, he sounds practical. I'm not going to say and I can understand for Florida, it's a huge tourism state. I don't know. I haven't watched every news press conference with him, so I don't want to be unfair to him. But, there's definitely, he was a little bit late to the party with locking down things. But, I don't know. It's a tough thing, but good question. Sorry, Georgia. Oh, that was the Georgia governor? Yeah, I didn't hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame if he said that, but like I said, I didn't hear the press conference, so I wouldn't want to be unfair to him either. Showgirls. What's up, showgirls? Take one garlic clove 3 times a day with food. Natural antibiotic. Well, damn it, showgirls, you lead me in to my favorite part of the day. Who can guess what my favorite part of the day is? Huh, showgirls? It's commercial time. Don't forget to take DayQuil. Okay, this will kill the coronavirus. I'm not endorsing that. But if you're going to buy DayQuil, use it by my Amazon link found in the video description below. Now, this is a disclaimer. I'm not saying this will kill the coronavirus, but this is what I personally use in my own life. Thank you. Thank you, showgirls, for reminding me about the mighty dollar. Because in America, we're all capitalists. It's the only way to survive. If I gave away DayQuil, I'd be screwed. Thank you, showgirls. You did a great job tonight. Shout out to you and your daughter. Tom, thumbs up. Lady, I'm thankful for your show. I'm thankful for you. And the 6-foot rule. Amen, says the choir. Good job, Lady. Jay Burt, shout out to my Florians. LA girl. That makes more sense. I agree. Jay Burt, Lysol block. Jay Burt, you get it. Cody, woo, good to see you, brother. Great to have you. Jordan, the only YouTube channel that brings true positivity to this world. Great job. Damn it, Jordan. Thank you for that positive comment, man. Thumbs up to you. So, girls, the government did NV to make Mr. Tennessee donate the sanitizer guy. The storage facility evicted him, did they? Spot, he had nowhere to put the 3/4. So he went to church. A quarter of it went to the office. That's interesting. I didn't know the government seized all that. That's crazy. Tom, put up a video on my shower while the gym is closed. Well, everyone right now, because I believe in sharing in success. And I believe to help other people, especially if it doesn't put you too much out of the way, why don't you do it? So right now, everyone in this live feed, I think I got about 60 people. You can click on Tom's avatar. Just click on it, say go to channel, subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money, guys. Okay, that's socialism. Watch his video, click the thumbs up. You don't ever have to watch his video again, but just that little bit of encouragement helps him. It makes him, and it helps his channel. Why not help someone? Now, Tom, just remember, when you become famous, like me on YouTube, and like Nomadic Fanatic had to leave the 1,000 Trails in Orlando. Why? Because once he told people he was in that 1,000 Trails, they were calling up the front gatehouse and lying about, like, he was causing a disturbance. And so he had to leave the campground. So, brother, once you become YouTube famous, the trade-off is you're going to have a bunch of psychopaths following you and stalking you, even if you're positive. So, Tom, I wish you luck, and I just preach. I want people to follow you to give you success, because I like to build people up. But I just want you to know what this YouTube game is. If you're lucky, you'll make minimum wage. If you're very blessed, you'll make above minimum wage. However, just like Kylie Jenner, you're gonna have a stalker, okay? Because with the fame comes the stalkers, guys. Comes the psychopaths. So let's take a hydration break for the balance of life in the thin line between a fan and a fanatic. Never forget it. And don't forget, if you're going to buy Deer Park water, buy it using my Amazon link found in the video description below. Thank you. I ain't mad at that. Let's continue. I have 107 subscribers. Congratulations. I'm trying to get 130. Well, guys, click on Lila's channel. Subscribe. Snow Dog, shout out to New Jersey. A lot of people walking around. Watch your six. You damn right. Yeah, you saw me? Snow Dog, you know what it is, man. You got to be careful, man. We're in one of those spots tonight, guys. Tomasco, thank you, man. You got it, man. Tomasco and Snow Dog. I know since you guys are with me, man. I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to do both. Guys, I'm working hard, man. And I'm watching my back, man. That's true. All night gas stations are on motherfucker, man. Hassan, forgive me for saying the name wrong. Is it the New World Order? It possibly is. Every emergency is an opportunity to realign authority, rules, and regulations. However, I don't know. All I know is I'm trying to use this opportunity as a way to reorder my life. Maybe get an RV, maybe reposition myself, but without heavy long-term financial commitments. Because right now, one of the things that encourages me is that I don't have debt. I don't have a heavy financial burden. I'm not obligated to a lot of things. So when the end of the world comes, I don't want to be attached to this world. I want to be on wheels. Because when I roll out of this world, I want to be, roll me out in my RV. Don't even give me a casket. Just put me in my self-contained RV or my Jeep, roll me out into the fucking ocean, man. Why? Because that's how I'm going out, man. I'm not going out anchored to this earth. Mr. Smith, I can't wait to see a slurp down Georgian coconut chicken. Oh, that was a blessing from the Lord. That was a blessing from the Lord. I was very thankful. Shout out to all my Floridians and my kind viewers who give me a lot of encouragement. I'm very thankful for them. Respect to that lady and her daughter. Showgirls, love to you. Loving it. Commercial break. Thank you, Showgirls. Time laughing good. It's a blessing from the Lord. Jaybird's laughing great. Josh, I'm excited. I'm 50 pounds. Damn, I got to get my workout on, man. I'm losing muscle by the day. 50-pound muscles arrived in the mail in a week. I can finally have a great workout in your storage facility. Hey, man, there you go. Your New World Order includes no more gyms. Now you can do your workouts right in your storage facility. Good job. Illinois. Food, not pills, with zinc and vitamin C may help keep you healthy. Those sound positive to me. I love that, brother. Great job, Illinois. Nordstrom. Hey, Sam, what's up? Watching you from the Aura Circle. Wow. That's amazing, man. I enjoy your videos. You're a great guy. North Strong, man. Guys, someone put a snowflake emoji to our brother in the North Arctic Circle. I don't even know where that is. I got to Google that, man. God bless you. What's the temperature up there, man? Vlad, U.S. Navy removes Captain Brett, forgive me for saying the name wrong, Krauser, who raised alarm. I didn't know that. I know they basically, the doctor in China who raised the alarm about the coronavirus, he died off. Tom, no, I can't handle the fame. Well, Tom, you better take down a YouTube channel because it only takes one stalker. And just remember, I got stalkers who watch my channel regularly. And sometimes what they do is they go to other people's channel that like me. So, gotta be careful, man. That's, what it is. Showgirls, you a silly deal. Commercial break. I gotta capitalize off it. Very detailed. Sam, you need a Twitch channel. Yeah, I got to focus my energy. I shut down all my other channels. I know you can monetize off Twitch, but I know it's mainly for gamers. I'm not a gamer. I'm not versed enough with the platform. So right now, I don't want to put too many. I want to focus all my energy on just YouTube. What's the difference between a laser and a light? Focus. I don't want to have a million different social platforms. I want to have one, and that's it. So obviously, if YouTube went away, I would look at that, and that's why I do need to look at that. You bring up a good point, because at any moment, YouTube has already done it in the past. They can say, look, ad revenue went down because of the coronavirus, which is true. So we're either going to demonetize certain channels, which a lot of my videos with the coronavirus are automatically demonetized, or whatever. So you have to think about that. Everything can change. Do you do Twitch? Lala, hey, Zach. Last year doing Bonfire, Plotwood, Lift, Bonfire, I did it on purpose. I wasn't careful. It was 100 degrees. That's very close. Be careful, Lila. Mr. Smith, are you still vegan? I was never vegan, but I was a very strict vegetarian. I'm not as strict. I would say 90% of my diet is plant-based. 10% is fish or chicken. That's true. North Strong. Oh my God. Negative 18 degrees. Oh, Celsius. What's the conversion rate? What is negative 18 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit temperature? Jay Burrs, no flowers. Good job. Tom, I'll take it down after you guys check it out. I'm not mad at that. See if you can make a little money off it first. Vlad, what happens when 30% mortgages default? Bailouts, but not for the regular people, for the investment firms. And this U.S. Secretary of State, Steve Mnuchin, he knows about that because he was a Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager. He bought a couple bankrupt mortgage companies in 2007, and he got sued for unfairly foreclosing on certain people. So who is running the country's Treasury Department now? Someone who is very familiar about 30% mortgage rates, and he capitalized off it. But supposedly they're freezing some mortgages. I don't know all the facts, though. Lala, see you tomorrow night. Thank you, Lala. Josh, no matter. I'm always on Twitch. It is for gamers. I heard that. But there is a section. Oh, okay. They recently added just for chatting. Well, that may be my style. Where can you do anything? Well, I can strip. I may have to monetize that. They can even have thoughts. Ooh, I like that. I get popping on there, skimping clothes. That's me. Guys, if I can strip on Twitch, because then I'll really make that money. I may do it. All right, thank you for the heads up. Josh, man, donate to them. I'm not mad at that. Very detailed. Isn't it? Oh, it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Mr. Smith says 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you. North Strong says negative 0.4. That's winter. Fate. Hey, Fate. Man, we are literally living through history right now. That's pretty true, Fate. Good to see you. Lewis, would you live in a tiny home with a place on land as a home base? Good question, Lewis. If it was by the beach, possibly. And I do regret a little bit not buying the tiny home that was by the beach. So it would depend on the parameters. I would definitely have to own that land, not lease it. But that's possible. I prefer to be on wheels, though, still. But I would be open to the idea if the right deal was there. Northstrong, you have no idea how nice it is to join your live stream. Well, it's a blessing to have you. No other with other people. It's a blessing to have you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Aura Circle. Guys, girls, robots, thoughts, and gamers. Everyone preparing for the New World Order. I give thanks to you tonight. I show appreciation. And I don't forget you. Thank you for your love, for your appreciation, for your watching. And Mr. Smith, love to you. Some big chicks here for you, man. Tom, fire emoji. Showgirls reminded me to do the commercial. Gerald, I love you. Affinity 99, I appreciate you. Everyone in Florida, I appreciate you. Pluto, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Mr. Smith, a couple times, man. And Gerald. Guys, thank you. Showgirls, love to you and your daughter. Have a great night. And remember, when this pandemic is all said and done, reorder your life to what you now realize needs to get put in order. I realized something about my own personal life I want to reorder a little bit. So think about that. Have a peaceful night. Stay positive and productive as best you can. God bless you and thank you.